I'm gonna start this video like on the tail end of um what they call Kenny in the Bushes. I ain't gonna play the whole video 'cause I think I done played it maybe twice already on the channel. I don't wanna overdo it. But he finally responded and somebody sent it to me and I watched it before I'm react to it. And I felt like it was necessary that I responded. I know I was one of the first people to bring the story to YouTube or whatever. I know city for me. I'm sure it probably was a couple more, but from the city, I may have been the first to go on YouTube with it. With that being said, I don't know if a few things that I've been hearing lately about this situation is directed at me. So I just felt like it was necessary that I respond to this particular video right here. Shout out to Trap Tube again. I rock with the channel, but I'm gonna respond how I respond. How I feel like I need to respond. Let's check it out.
On God, damn, BEO. Damn, BEO. Look, huh? I'm gonna say it live for y'all, right? That one dry is or something. Hell no. You had to have that one dry is. Oh.
And he also said, I'ma let it be known, but I never thought I'd have to. Stop putting these BS allegations on the ninja. I'm a pretty good guy, but I don't want no clout for nothing I ain't have nothing to do with. If I ever did dirt or put in work, I never in life speak on it on no song, phone, or to a clone. Y'all can keep all y'all angles and narratives. I don't want the clout, buzz, or whatever. I spent the extra 8 hours in interrogation, mainly because people just talking. The internet is a dangerous place. Signing off, a murder forever. Cosa Nostra, my life, my wife. I was comfortable as hell in them bushes. They had to drag me out. We was gonna be there till Juvember waiting on me to surrender. And the fact that his bond was only 10,000, I don't think Lil Kenny was locked up about no killing. So it was still unclear what was going on to make the feds come and get him.
Hmm.
But it
Hmm.
is a fact that when they got him, the laws took it upon themselves to question him, due to the simple fact that the clique that he with, Young Mob, is currently fighting a RICO case.
We're gonna wind this right here, y'all.
Angles and narratives. I don't want the clout.
All right. It say, and I'm gonna let it be known, but I never thought I'd have to stop putting these BS allegations on a ninja. I'm a pretty good guy, but I don't want no clout for nothing I have nothing to do with. If I ever did dirt or put in work, I never in life speak on it on no song, phone, or to a clone. Y'all can keep all y'all angles and narratives. I spent the extra 8 hours in interrogation mainly because MF was just talking the internet is a dangerous drug. Signing off, oh murder forever, Cosa Nostra, my life, my wife. I don't even know where to start. You know, if you from the city, you know of Lil Kenny. You at least know of Lil Kenny if you don't know him. You know, he used to be around Lil Bruh and them or whatever, so Boo being in the car with me. Boo done shared a few stories about him, and from what I hear, the stand up dude. And, we done been in the same crap house before, but we ain't just never really actually had no interaction. But what I say is when he say he don't want no clout, no, and you may not. And if that's how you truly feel, then what was the song for? I mean, Song is your song, But I just feel like if you really was on that type of time and where you ain't want no clout, that you wouldn't even made that song and said what you said, you know. But everybody grown, you do what you do. And the stories that I have heard about Kenny, I didn't feel like me personally that he would make a song or speak on something that he didn't have nothing to do with. I know I wouldn't. I know I don't get down like that. I ain't gonna speak on nothing or highlight nothing or brag on Nadine if I ain't had nothing to do with it. That's what goofies do, you know. Speak on some shit, brag on something, knowing you ain't had nothing to do with that. And I don't take him to be that kind of person. With that being said, I don't think Facebook or social media caused them to question you about it. I think what caused them to question you about the murder of Jook is the song you made. People, who ain't heard the song, go research it, listen to it. And if any detective, any police officer hear that song coming from a person of Kenny standards, then they gonna want to go check his temperature off the dribble. And that's what they did. He ain't come from no Facebook, no YouTube, or no none of that. Real street nigga. He know where they came from. He make it sound good for the internet and all that, but you know, and if some of this stuff that's being said, I'm gonna go and play. Hold on. Fast forward it back.
And plus, people in the streets and on the internet saying all that extra shit, trying to say that BEO Lil Kenny got something to do with getting your boy Big Jook hit. But he made it clear that he ain't got nothing to do with it. Alright, so your boy BEO Lil Kenny, he affiliated with the Young Mob members. It ain't no question. I ain't on here giving the police no.
He not affiliated. He said it himself on No Jumper. That's his shit. But we're gonna keep going.
No extra information or none of that. It ain't no secret. Everybody that know anything about South Memphis and Young Mob and Walker Homes and all that's going on, they know about Jones them. They know how they been putting on for Memphis. You know what I'm saying? They know Young Mob is what they was representing. That's what they clique is. And they changed it up to the young multi-millionaires instead of Young Mob the military. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the stupid dude locked up and a few other
Shout out to my boy Duke.
Young Mob, they all locked up for a RICO case. You know what I'm saying?
For the people who don't know, Stupid Duke, that's like a brother of Kenny. I know Duke personally. Nigga like tell you a whole lot of stories about Duke. He earned the name. He got it respectfully. But yeah, he wasn't no everyday partner of mine. Back in the day when I was bringing Flip to the city, or whatever. We ended up bumping into Duke on some drink shit, and Flip just took a liking into him. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to drink that drink with Flip. Whenever bro came to the city. So, he'll always pull up at the room, we'll just kick it, drink, gamble, shit like that, you know. Then, he'll go get back on his own time doing his own thing. But yeah.
But BEO Lil Kenny, he out. He been free. He got out like 2 or 3 years ago, and he been free. He been trying to get money off these beats. He even moved like to my neck of the woods in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? He signed with QC. He locked in with P. And you know, off this rap shit, I know he been trying to eat. You know, I don't know if he still been getting it out the streets or not though. You know, and you know how they beef with the Young Mob and Yo Gotti go from back in the day. But you know, OG Boo Dirty and Yo Gotti squashed it because Yo Gotti birthday bash a few years ago. Yo Gotti brought your boy OG Boo Dirty out on the stage. You know, and so you got BEO Lil Kenny. Then you know, Gotti been side Moneybag Yo, who was also a part of Young Mob back in the day. You feel me? And that started a lot of shit going on around that way. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows about the situation when dudes got shot at a club party outside of it. You know, like about 15 years ago or something like that. When Yo Gotti's cats got into it with OG Boo Dirty's cats and people got shot and all kind of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't know. Some of the members probably over there, some of them not. You know, but B.O. Lil Kenny made it clear that he ain't got no problem with Moneybag Yo. I ain't never really heard him speak on Yo Gotti. But you know, ever since Dolph passed, you know, and then Big Jook passed a couple years after that, you know, people feel like it's still a war going on. Well, it's actually still a war going on down there in Memphis. And a lot of people are aware of it. And they feel like, you know, the people that allegedly got your boy Dolph knocked off, you know, they already locked up. You know what I'm saying? Hernandez Govan, they try to say he had something to do with it, but he out. He doing interviews, he running podcasts, he got a YouTube channel and all that, you know. But then you got Big Jook, he got knocked off outside of his mama's. No, he was out there with his mama, but somebody, one of their partners.
I'm gonna pause it right there to what he just said. I'm sure I'm sure he probably got it from somewhere, but uh I've been hearing that a lot, saying that Juke Mama was out there when he got killed. Nah, she wasn't. She was not standing right there. It was him and a Goofy. She was not standing right there when he got hit. He was outside taking a smoke break. And she ended up getting out there, you know, when everything happened. A lot of people came out when they heard the shots. But she was not standing right there next to him like a lot of people were saying.
A family member, something like it. They was having a repass after one of them passed away, and this when
Eric
Big
Bovan.
Jook got shot up on that day. You know what I'm saying? He got shot up. And, you know, he passed away. And but the killers, they got away. You know, they ain't had no license plate. They doesn't explore something with no license plate. So when everybody trying to figure out who did it, you know, in the suspects are still up for debate. You know, in the streets gonna put out.
The suspects are still up for debate with people like regular people, I would say. I ain't gonna highlight nobody. I don't want nobody to feel offended or whatever, but the people that's in the loop, the people that supposed to know, people that's in that particular space know who killed you. So yeah, it's a lot of people that don't know, they're speculating, but you know, niggas like me and the real ones, the people that's in the loop, they know. The streets know. If you the streets for real.
Names gonna throw names out there. The internet gonna throw names out there. And, you know, they gonna try to say any rapper, anybody with a little fame has something to do with Big Jook's death. You know what I'm saying? But your boy B.O. Lil Kenny.
They said I had something to do with it. They said I catch a hat every other day, let them tell it.
Get too much money out here. You know, that don't mean he did or he didn't, but at the same time, I don't think that was something he would really want to get into. I don't think But somebody pay that bankroll, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that would do it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think BEO Lil Kenny took it upon himself to go out there and hunt down Big Jook and knock him off, or set that whole situation up or none of that. So all the rumors, I feel like everybody need to knock it out. You know what I'm saying? Cause this man got kids that he gotta care about. He gotta care for these kids. He got little girls I see him on these videos with every day. You know what I'm saying? And he's out here chasing his paper. He trying to.
I don't mean no harm, man, but hey, Trap, you said they need to kill the rumors because he got kids that see him on. Well, where his kids be at when the video come on? When all his other videos come on? When Lil Kenny he ain't no deacon. Yeah, he come from that environment. Where was everybody at? When he made the song. He made that song, Trap. Like there wasn't Milli Vanilli or no, you know what I'm saying, no lip singing type. He made that song. So with all due respect, he brought that attention. You know, because the majority of the city, if you know Lil Kenny, you know he come from that environment. He come from that element. So you don't even expect a person of that caliber to even speak on something that they ain't got nothing to do with. But sometimes some people do, and he might be one of those people. you know. But uh as far as saying that he was being investigated and all of that, you know, there wasn't nothing false about it. He did get interrogated about it. And that call came from way out of town. And that's crazy. That's the crazy thing about it. That call came from, so I just respectfully disagree with you on that, Trap. When you say, people need to stop because he got kids and need to stop, it wouldn't have never been started if he would have never made that song. And he, he grown, he entitled to make whatever song he want to make, because like me, I'm gonna say what I want to say on this internet. So, you gotta respect bro too. He say what he want to say on his songs. But, Kenny a player. He knew what was gonna come with that. Like, ain't no way Kenny could look me in the eye or no other real nigga in the eye and say that when he made that song, he didn't know what was the backlash he was gonna get from, behind it. And I'm just being real. I ain't got no dog in the fight, got no issue with Kenny, you know. Anytime the nigga name that ever came up around me when he wasn't around, or nigga, I could have been, because niggas ask about him, he don't be, he move around. Anytime his name done came up, I always said what I knew, and I know the little nigga, he come from that element, he'll shake some. Uh, and I'm saying that, and he had an issue with my little partner and them. So, but I'm gonna keep it G, I'm gonna call a spade a spade, you know. Little nigga a player, he a hustler, nice shooting dog. Uh, you know, just keep it G. And they say he got the heart of a lion. I know all them niggas respect him. I know when one day I was hollering at Boo Dirty, and this when the situation was going on with Young Mob and Trula, and I was trying to, this was me and Boo. Me and Boo was rocking at the time, and I'm telling Boo, I'm like, cause I ended up seeing Kenny when we was downtown at 201. I'm telling Boo, man, go holler at Kenny, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Tell him, man, leave that shit alone, man. I'm holler at nephew, and get that shit squashed, man. You know what I'm saying? So they can get back to it and get to the money. And Boo exact words to me was, man, quit, man. You probably need to holler at him, man. If I go holler at him, man, he gonna swear up and down. I'm scared, and you know what I'm saying, and this and that, and if you go to him, he'll holler at you. You know what I'm saying? The respect gonna go both ways. You know, and Boo wasn't saying that Kenny didn't respect him, but when you homeboys and shit, you kind of, you be a little more hard on your homeboys than you would, somebody, a stranger, somewhat that's coming to holler at you about a situation, you know. If the roles was reversed, you know, Boo probably, you know what I'm saying, be hard on him too about a situation, you know, I don't know. I wasn't saying that to say, Boo no sucker or nothing, but I know what Boo told me. And, but I ain't chop it up with him or nothing like that, but I just want to see them young niggas, you know what I'm saying, put their beef to the side back then, you know, and, there wasn't no unnecessary blood to be shed. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. In the comments, y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Hit the notification bell. Hype the video up, man. Like my boy Trap 2 TV say, man.